as you can see, I'm in my L5P Duramax. Gonna be doing a PPE deep pan on the Duramax because I've got, let's look, we've got a little overdue. Oh, hood open, low coolant, all that. 61,654 miles. So, anyways, we're a little overdue for the transmission fluid service, but I got a deep pan because I figured why not. Also, since this is my first YouTube video, I just thought I'd say my name's Sammy. Welcome to the channel. Going to be doing a build series on my L5P Duramax, and kind of just incorporating faith into my whole YouTube channel, really. I don't know if it's going to be, you know, all truck stuff or, you know, just summer, winter camping, like just stuff I'm into pretty much. And then also, you know, incorporating my faith into that and spreading the good word and whatnot. But without further ado, let's get started and go look at that PPE deep pan. Okay, so I just thought I'd show you guys real quick the PPE deep pan right here. I got mine in just raw aluminum. There's other like finishes you can get. I believe you can get all black and then brushed, but this is the inside. Obviously this is the internal filter. I believe it's a little bit bigger than the stock one. 1-inch fins, and then I believe these are 1/2-inch fins on the outside. You see PPE. I didn't really care to get you know, the black or brush finish. This one's, to be honest, a little bit cheaper, but also I just think it looks good, you know. And I'm sure guys get real fancy and get it powder coated to whatnot, you know, just like their upper control arms and whatnot. And then I also have the external filter, also PPE. And then, you know, the hardware, I believe that's all it comes with. I can check on the box, I believe it said. Yeah, pretty much hardware and the filters. But yeah, let's get started on draining. All right, so it looks like it's a 15 mil. We're just gonna get this drain plug loosened up. I made sure this was tight. But start draining the fluid. Probably won't do the external filter till after. Sorry, just trying to find a good angle to do this. And yeah, I gotta say, I've been putting this off for quite some time. I have not been looking forward to doing it. I've never done transmission fluid. There she goes. It's gonna be a bit, so. Okay, well, now that she's draining, we're gonna go ahead and start loosening these outer bolts. And yeah, I mean, I've just been wanting to make videos on this truck because when I first got it, it was lifted, and you know, if you know anything about lifts, you know that right here this ear is cut off on the frame. So my dad helped me weld this back. Not a really easy spot to weld, so don't mind his welds. Okay, anyways though, you know, it had a 6-inch lift and all that, and had to find a cross member, pretty much redo the whole front end, which was nice because I got to put a kryptonite front end on, and you know, here we are now. But anyways, I'm gonna loosen these guys all around. I'm gonna leave a few a little bit tightened and slowly drop this because this is definitely gonna be full of transmission fluid, and I don't want to dump that all over me. It's pretty hard to wrench with this little guy. I needed something that had a little more leverage, a little more go to it. So got the big one. It's a lot easier to break these loose and not hit your hand. Got a little cut, but it's all right. But yeah, just not gonna bore you guys with taking all these off. And yeah. Slowly do that. Grip a little bit. Take this guy out. You should be able to just kind of give her a little wiggle. puking everywhere. Okay, I got the video back to normal, but basically, kind of making a mess. I'm sure you guys are way better at this. You just want to make sure that you get this O-ring out of here, because if you go to put in the new internal filter and this O-ring's in there, it's gonna push up. It's not gonna see correctly. You're gonna have problems. Basically, just gonna pop in. You'll hear it click. There she goes. Over here, and the one over here. Gotta make sure that the O-ring's all good. So, anyways, we'll get back. I'll show you guys when I get these all in, and then we'll torque them down. Alright, y'all. Now we gotta take the external filter off. Definitely gonna need a wrench for that, an oil wrench. But yeah, we got these all on. I'm gonna tighten these back ones just because I know PPE probably did from the factory, but and also check the drain plug just so that when we fill her up, it looks all good. But the gasket seated great. And yeah, let's get this guy off. Probably gonna have to charge the GoPro a little bit. And yeah, sorry if this video is just all over the place. You know, this is my first time doing this and a YouTube video. Hopefully the editing and everything goes great, and I can hopefully do an overview on the truck. I've done quite a few things to the truck already, just never have actually made any videos. So yeah, I got the other filter off, so I put on this new filter. Obviously looks pretty good. PPE micro pierce vanilla. And then we're gonna torque these guys down. And I forgot to mention before, the stock ones were 13 mil. And then I believe the drain plug was 15 mil, and I think this one's 17 mil. And it's magnetic on the bottom, so when you go and do it there, you can see if there's metal or anything in your transmission fluid. Or your transmission, really. But, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and torque these down. It says doing this cross pattern, so we're gonna do that. Start over here on this guy and pretty much just follow this. It says, let's go back a page. Oh, never mind, it does say on this page. It says to 15 foot-pounds, so we are doing 180 inch-pounds right there. I don't know if you can see it, but 180 inch-pounds, and we're just gonna go ahead and torque all these pretty much. I just wanted to show you guys, some of these have like so much room, you know, to torque it down, like, and then some, like this one down here, these two are just, it's really tight because of this cross member right here, the transmission cross member. But so far so good. Alright, so we got these all torqued down to 15 foot-pounds. I didn't really show it on camera, but you know, pretty much just went in the cross, you know, this reference. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And then I went all around, made sure that they were all at 180 inch-pounds, 15 foot-pounds. And, you know, I pretty much just went all around. Again, I think the gasket looks great. It's kind of hard to see in this lighting again. I've never done this. There's a little bit of residual fluid. It's not like weeping or anything. Obviously, it's empty, but, you know, I looked at the gasket and it should be good, so let's pray that that's good, and tightened these all down, and let's get to filling her. Alright guys, so I found a different funnel. About to start filling. Everything underneath all tightened down, all buttoned up, looks great. I kind of washed myself up, cleaned up under there a little better, and I'll do that when I pull the truck out. But first we got to fill it with fluid. So this is what Allison recommends. I know I already said it earlier in the video. I found a better funnel. You know, this one, I was about to use it, chat. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, pull the dipstick, start filling. 1 gallon is 4 quarts. I have 4 gallons. All right, so basically just filling up trans fluid. Oops, almost spilled. Don't have the best setup, but you know, it works. And just gonna fill up, check fluid, like I said, fill up, checks, so on and so forth. Not really the fastest part, but you know, almost to the end, so that is a good part. You know, I feel like a lot of the times we want to just add something and have it right away and have that immediate gratification, but you know, there is seasons and times, and I think that kind of ties in to just realizing sometimes you gotta go out and put the work in. You can't just, you know, pray for something and boom, have it instantly. But anyways, we got 1 gallon done, and we're gonna keep going. I'll let it sit for a second, check the level, and yeah. Alright guys, I think I put like 13.5 quarts in. And yeah, I got a little bummed because when I was backing out of the shop, you know, I love this truck. It's my baby. It has like very minimal dents and dings and scratches. Like, I bought it with 44,000 miles, you know, did the paint matching, and I have some 4G autos for it, but I took them off because I want to go 35s, and you know, did the front end obviously. And yeah, I kind of get bummed and whatnot when there's like a little ding, you know, because this is like the exact spec truck that I wanted. It's a little dirty, but I mean, I absolutely love it. It's so awesome. I love the color, especially when the light shines. But anyways, I didn't have the garage door fully up. It was like halfway, and I had my mirrors in, and I backed in the garage door, and I kind of got a little pissed because I got a little dent. You can't really see it right there, you know, and it took a little paint off, but it's like, dang, you know, what can you do? You know, it's a truck. You know, I got a little, like 3 little dots right there and some rock chips, and it's just like, well, I think it's just a reminder that, you know, nothing is perfect. Nothing will ever be perfect other than Jesus. And, you know, I love this truck, and sometimes I just want something else, or, you know, want the cleanest truck, or, you know, I go on Instagram or whatever and see people, it's just like they're trying to have the cleanest truck and the newest truck and all these things, but it's like, you got to work with what you got and be content. And I feel like that's the same with Jesus. It's like, you know, we're living in a season where he wants us right now, where you're in a season where he wants you right now. If he wanted you somewhere else, then you'd be there. So I don't know, that was just a very good reminder for me to not get upset about where I'm at, or like the things I have or that I'm blessed with. Yeah, I'm sorry if this video wasn't like the best. I mean, that took me personally like 3.5 hours. Still got to warm up the truck and check transmission fluid, but I mean, I'm probably gonna close out the video here. I do enjoy filming. I think, you know, as time goes on, I'll obviously get better at filming and editing and talking on camera and all these things, but mostly want to do this just to incorporate my faith and my faith journey, and just you know, things that I like and that, you know, God has brought me in my life, and that I can grow closer to him with and have fun with. And hopefully you guys enjoyed and can learn or have fun or grow closer to Jesus too, or maybe you just like the content, or maybe you don't at all, and that's okay. You know, we all have free will. But yeah, love y'all, and Jesus loves y'all more. And also, just with these videos, I kind of wanted to start it just with like doing a verse of the day, and I just have a Bible app on my phone, so I was just gonna say a verse. My verse today on my phone is Micah 6:8. It says NLT version. It says, "Know, O people, the Lord has told you what is good, and this is what he requires you to do. or requires of you, to do what is right, to love mercy, and walk humbly with your God.